Dr. Roni DeLuz is with us tonight, and it's Red Hot Topics. We are going to ask her some very interesting questions. So we're going to kind of get a little personal, and we're going to have some fun with it. Probably about 5 or 10, 15 minutes. That's all we need.
Or have no idea what you're going to ask. Shoot.
Okay. You always wear red to the show, and you look absolutely glamorous tonight with your red earrings and your drape here. I don't even know what do you call this? A cowl?
You know, I don't know, but I know that when I wake up in the morning, I don't plan anything at all. I just go to whatever it is that's going to make me feel good for that moment or the day. Like I knew Wednesdays I do Red Hot Topics. So when I went in, I go, but let me tell you the truth about red. Even though we know we do the Red Hot Topics, I've always been a lover of red. I've always loved red from the time I was a little girl. And I don't know if it's genetics. I don't know if my choices express my identity. And it could be both because I remember asking my son when he was younger, because I always knew red was my favorite color, but I didn't know when you have children, you got to ask them what their favorite color is because when you buy clothes, you want to know what their favorite color is. And he didn't know what my favorite color was, but he said red. And I looked at him and I couldn't believe he said red because he's a boy. And usually boys will say blue, right? So, but I think my son and we have the same personality. For me, red is a powerful color. I feel that red awakens my energy. It boosts my confidence. And blue, on the other hand, is a healing, calm, and soothing color. And I don't know if I want to feel powerful every day, if I want to feel that energy, but I know when I wear red, I feel energetic. I don't know about the other colors, but I do know that the other color that I will resonate to, and not because it makes me feel any way, but because of being a practitioner, started out as being a nurse and now I'm a naturopath. I think white was the color that I chose a lot because it was a sign of clean and power and purity. And so I just chose that by choice because of my profession. But if I was going to go out or if I was going to be with some friends, and if I had to pick something really quick, it would just not even think about it. Red would just come to my mind. And I'll just go in my closet and I go, there's something to put on really quick. Red shirt. And so when I wanted to talk about the red hot topics, I think when I chose that, even though I know topics sometimes can be hot, I wanted it to be red hot topics. That was so exciting to me.
You actually wear red glasses sometimes.
Yeah, I love my red glasses. I saw a lady in the community about a week ago, and she had red glasses on. I was staring at her, and I felt bad because I was staring at her. I said, I'm sorry, but I just love your glasses. She goes, oh, really? I go, yes. Where'd you get them from? I can't remember where she got them from, but I just kept staring at them. And they were big red squares, and it was just like popped, right?
Yeah.
And just me not having those glasses on, but looking at her with those glasses on, I felt so energetic. I felt it's just like it's just clothing is frequency. I do know that. I know how you do your hair is frequency, how you talk is frequency. Clothing to me is what not only it's not only what you put inside your body, I feel. I think also it depends on what you put on the outside of your body completes a person because I know sometimes I could put on brown just does absolutely nothing for me. It just makes me feel like oh, right. And if I wear black, I definitely have to. I gravitate to the red. It's just it's healing is complex, but as you know, being a naturopath, it's all about body, mind, and spirit. And sometimes it's just not the physical body, sometimes it's the emotional body, which says that's what you need to put on right now.
And aside, that's true because when I go to get my lung drain, I actually get dressed up.
Yeah.
I put on flowy pants or, something nice. I have to lift up my shirt so it can't be too fancy. I can't wear a dress or anything, but put my earrings on and, you know,
Yeah.
it
I
it
can,
makes
I
me feel
know
better.
why you do that. You do that because fashion, colors, and all of that is an emotional thing. It affects how you feel, and if it affects how you feel, doesn't that mean it affects your health? Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it just shifts your whole chemistry from being drained from your lungs to I'm feeling great in what I have on and how I feel makes me feel great. So even though you're going to do that procedure, you got a great start. I do know one thing, it's a powerful conversation
Mm.
because I think that people should understand that the body resonate on colors and fashion and how you do your hair and how you do your makeup. Um, I would see people with a certain makeup style that and I go, wow, I wish I could do that like she just did. But I know that's just not me. And so I would probably do it and feel silly, right? Whereas somebody else would do it and they'd look glamorous. So we all have frequencies. And I believe that clothing and color is a frequency that we all resonate with.
Ronnie, what's your absolute favorite food? The one that you can never say, no, thank you.
To my favorite food,
Yeah. What's your favorite food?
my favorite food, at first I'm not, just so you know, I'm not a foodie, so I don't think I do have a favorite food, but I just know that my grandmother taught me how to eat greens. And so I don't care who's cooking collard greens, I'm never going to say no. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that as a young child, that was pretty much my first strong taste, and it still resonates with me. And I don't even know if it has a lot to do with health, but I just love the taste of collard greens.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I don't. Okay. So if we opened your fridge right now, what's one thing that we would find?
I think you'll find a lot of, like, I don't cook a lot, so I always put in plates like things like parsley and cilantro and cucumbers, just stuff that's ready that I can just go grab and eat it. Only because I don't have a lack of time. And you'll always find like leftovers in my refrigerator because I don't like to cook a lot. And I have no problem like having salmon at night and opening up my fridge, taking the leftover and just eating it for breakfast. I'm not a breakfast, lunch, and dinner person. I'm just a person that eats. So, people look at me, go, oh my God, you didn't even heat that up. And I go, it's just food. It's just food. It doesn't taste better because it's hot. It just tastes good because it's food. It's good food.
You are all about cellular nutrition, right? So what's one ingredient that you want everybody to be using?
Well, I think a lot of times, because we live in a world now today more than ever, and it is an epidemic that we're inflamed, we're highly inflamed. And I don't think people understand that. And I believe that healing starts with food. Let food be your medicine, medicine be your food. I completely believe in that. I've controlled many people, if not cured many people with blood pressure with garlic bulbs and stuff. I have gotten many people's inflammation down with turmeric and curry sauces and stuff like that. I think spices is the way to allow people to understand spices and herbs that you can just grow out of your garden. We put a lot of oregano in our soup tonight. We had oregano and we had parsley, and people will, even though it's sort of a funky taste, somebody said once to me about oregano, but your body can get used to and crave that funky taste because I always believe that the body craves what you give it. And then that's so true because I remember we had this celebrity that came to the retreat once, and she goes, I don't understand how you could eat that. And I said, and I don't understand how you cannot eat that. And so when I said that, I realized that she cannot eat that because she never ate it. And I eat it all the time because that's what my body eats. So it depends on what we're used to, and what we feed our body is what we crave. People crave beer and cigarettes. So when they do that, their body craves it. We know that. So if you give your body greens, your body will crave it. It's the same thing. Why wouldn't it be different? Right? It alkalizes your body, it gives you minerals, it gives you energy. Like coffee, I like coffee. I like the fact that I get a little stimulant from coffee. Do I crave it? Maybe perhaps I do. I don't know, but I just know that I don't need to put the sugar in it, and I don't need to put the cream in it and all of that. And I think that at the end of the day, it's an herb. Coffee is an herb. It's pure and it's natural in its state. It depends on how you make it and what you do with it. The coffee bean is an herb.
When you're not in doctor mode, what are a few simple things that you do every day to keep your energy and wellness balanced?
I'm always in doctor mode, even when I go for a walk. Even when I was talking, I'm the most happy when I'm talking to my kids and my granddaughter. And my granddaughter today showed me something that was just so exciting to her, and it was laughable. And she was just like laughing, and she couldn't stop laughing because she wanted to see my reaction to the fact that her mother bought her 3 kittens for her birthday. And she was going, this is Pepper, and this is, I didn't even remember the names, but I'm like, I wanted her to see my excitement, but I'm like, 3 kittens? Now you have 4 kittens. And the dog that she has is like the size of a horse. I'm not kidding you. So I'm thinking like a grandmother, like there's a horse-sized dog in the house and 3 little kittens. What is going to happen to those 3 little kittens? They're not thinking like me. They're just having fun with the kittens and the dog. So if I'm not in doctor mode, I'm in mom or grandma mode.
Oh, and that's a nice place to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. One more question. How do you protect your own peace when you're helping so many others heal and they're coming in just in misery, pain, negativity?
That's a good question. Do you know what I do? And it's not that I do it on purpose. I sleep. And there's times where my body knows that I need to sleep. Like I'll like wake up and panic because I slept 8 hours. I go, I cannot believe it. And then I get mad at myself. But I think that I was supposed to do that. My body needed to do that. I didn't plan it. So now what I'm doing is I'm turning my phone off where I didn't do that in my younger days, but I do it now. And when I wake up, I call it the blue dots. So blue dots are text messages that you didn't answer. And Lord knows I'll have 20 to 30 blue dots.
So all you see is blue dots.
Yeah. So I start answering one at a time. And, the squeaky wheel gets oiled. And that's what I've always said. And I tell people that I says, I know you're kind and you're worried about me and all of these things. I says, but if you squeak a little louder, I would have called you.
What else gets your attention?
I
We'll keep
think
that secret.
the person that really needs me and that person called 4 or 5 times that day, I'm gonna stop and give them all my attention because that means that I was supposed to do that. The
Mm.
one that just called once, because there's only one me, it's just me, right? And I always say that person can wait, but the person that called a lot couldn't wait. Now, sometimes it's just a personality. Doesn't mean the person that called once wasn't urgent. It's just that that person's personality will only reach out because they're passionate and they're kind and they're thinking of you. But what works better for me is not to think of me, think of you. That's who I am. I'm thinking of you. So I need you to think of you. And that's how you reach my attention.